Okay, good evening all. So last day we were discussing about the algorithms, and today what we need to discuss is about functions, because we have skipped this functions and file handling, and let's discuss functions today. If time permits, we can move into the file handling too. So it's very simple to understand. A function is basically a set of related processes. So for an example, if you take MS Word, Microsoft Word, so these functions, there are some functions which are predefined. So I don't know whether you know about this or not, but let's try this function. In Microsoft Word, there's a function called rand. You can type equal RAND, which will give you a random paragraph. Equal rand, RAND, this one, press enter. It will give you a random paragraphs with random lines. And that is a function. So basically, when you call the function, the related code segment will be executed and it will return or it will give the results. So you can try this. In Microsoft Word, you can try this. You can use equal rand that will generate a random number of lines with random number of paragraphs. And if you try to do like this, instead of mentioning like this, you can try rand 2, which will give you only 2 paragraphs. Here, this is the paragraph number 1, this is the paragraph number 2. And if you random 5 or 6, it will give 6 paragraphs. Right? Whenever you give the number, it will give the number of paragraphs, and this inside whatever we are using this to change our output is called a parameter. Right? That means functions can have function name, and some functions can have parameters too. Parameters are inputs to the function. Hari paramiti කියලා කියනවා සිංහලේ. ඒතර සාමාන්‍යයෙන් functions වලට තියෙන්නේ normally functions will have the function name, but some functions will get parameters as well. These parameters are basically parameters help us customizing the function according to the way that we need. So it will help us customizing this according to the way that it needs. That is the parameter part of the function. Okay, next is you can call this with 2 parameters even. Now you can see 6 paragraphs, each with 3 lines. Okay, 6 paragraphs, each with 1 line. So this is 6 paragraphs, each with 1 line. Paragraph 6 එනවා නේද මේ බලන්න. 1යි 2යි 3යි 4යි 5යි මේක එකක් 4යි 5යි 6යි. 6 paragraphs, each with 1 sentence. 6,1. 6 paragraphs, each with 2 sentences. 6 paragraphs, each with 5 sentences. Likewise, you can customize this. That is with 2 parameters. So, එතකොට මේ function එකේ format තුනක් තියෙනවා. Function with no parameter, function with 2 parameters, function with 1 parameter. All are working there. So this is another function which can which can be used in Word is equal lorem. That will give non-English paragraph. Similar way to the previous one, lorem has 1 parameter, 2 parameter. So it will give you a non-English paragraph or non-English paragraphs, 1 lines. Right? You can try these. These are examples of the functions. Actually, when you write down in your note, you can write down this. Function is what? Function is a related set of codes. Just related set of codes. A set of related activities, processes, so which targets a single defined outcome, and it has a name. It has a name under a single identifier. So here you can see in the real life, wedding is a function. It has a set of parameters. Right? Wedding is a function, has set of parameters. When you call the function, it will execute all the process under the particular function. The function එකක් යටතේ processes ගොඩක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට function එක call කරාම මේ processes ඔක්කොම පිළිවෙලට execute වෙනවා. You can write down this. No need to write down the Sinhala one. Just write down the English part very quickly. Don't take screenshots. I need you to write down because that is the only way to remember. මම මේවා පාඩම් කරන්න වෙනම වෙලාවක් දෙන්නේ නැහැ. මේ ලියන වෙලාවෙම පාඩම් වෙනවා. හරි ඒ ඉන්න දැන් මම ලියන්න. ස්ක්‍රීන්ෂොට්ස් ගහන්න එපා. ඒකෙන් ඔයාලා තමයි රැවටෙන්නේ. මම රැවටෙන්නේ නැහැ. Okay, just write down that. Right, now let's learn about how to implement these functions in Python, right? How can we implement these functions in Python? Now, you know, so function is basically a related procedure. So functions can be defined with the def keyword. Def keyword is used for the function. Then the function name, right? After that, if there are any parameters you can mention over there, then you can mention the processes. For an example, see this def add nums. How many parameters this add nums has? Now already we have discussed add nums has how many parameters? Kalhara add nums වල parameter කීයක් තියෙනවද? Hello. Yes. Yes, 2 parameters. Parameters දෙකක් තියෙනවා n1 n2 are 2 parameters and that is there in add nums. And here you can see param1 there are 2 parameters. එතකොට ඒ parameter දෙක තමයි පාවිච්චි. We can reuse the function. That is the advantage. So once defined, we can reuse the function. Let's define it and see. After that, let's write down. I'm using ideally. And I'll take a new file. Let's define this function. Very easy. What you need to do is you have to def. Then the function name, let's say add nums is the function names, nums. N1 and N2 are 2 parameters. And what it's going to do is, yeah, it's going to print the total is, it's going to tell add the numbers N1, N2 and print the total. Okay, this is the parameter, very simple one. I'm going to save this with some name .py. When I run this, you can see it gives nothing. Run karama mukut denne naha. My ideally will be empty, but you can call the function. Call the function means you can say add nums. Function name maker add nums, and then you can give the values n1, n2. You can give values there. That will give the total. Add num some other number will give the total. You can use any number, even decimal values. You can use any values, and that will be basically adding the numbers and giving you the results. Okay, you can see it. And what if you are giving 2 strings? Hello there and hi there. Still it will add that and say total is hi hello. But the thing is, if you have given like one number and another text, then it's not capable of doing that. Instead of that, it's given an error. The same type, yes, it can add, but different types difficult to. Different types means incompatible types. String and one integer is incompatible. Not possible to add like that. But string you can add. Actually, you can concatenate. String and string you can concatenate. String and integer you can add. Integer and string, integer and float you can add. Float and float you can add. Float and integer you can add. But string and integer or string and float is incompatible. Okay, you can write down this structure of a function and write down this, and then you can write the function. You can show the example also. Practice this in your computer. Let me know once you're done. Right? Let me know once you're done. I hope that others already done. Right, okay. Now, so functions can be called with parameters, without parameter. That doesn't matter, right? You know that the second one is function with no parameter. So function with 2 parameters, so function with no parameters, function with 1 parameter. So those things are possibilities. Okay, let's try second one. So you can define functions, multiple function in a single file, right? Let's say add nums. This add nums 1. the next function, and it has no parameter, but still it can do the things like this. So x is int, you enter the number, input, enter the number, and when the number is entered, you can just take it to the x and then to the y, and then you can say. So this is basically not getting in parameter, but it will ask user to input total equal x plus y. You can print the total as this is total. So now you have two parameters. When you execute this, the first parameter add nums will get two numbers and add them together. The second parameter add nums 2 or add nums 1 will get no parameter, but still do the work because it will ask us to input the number, another number, and it will add them together. And add nums 1, so you can see one number, another numbers, adding them together. You can call any times. That is the advantage. File like I run karannat onna. You can call the number, call the function, and get this done. Okay, now two things. One parameter and no parameter. Sorry, two parameters, no parameters, and another one is parameters can be made optional. Parameters can be made optional. That means like these two numbers. Let's say there's another function. This function is add nums 2, and this is also adding giving two parameters, but you have defaults. So this number 1 is 0, number 2 is 0. So those are defaults. So why those are defaults? In case if you call the third function, okay, this is special. Like first function, if you call without parameter, you call the first function, it will give an error. With one parameter, you call the first function, it will give an error. With two parameters, you call the first function, then only it will work. The second one, if you try to add nums 1 with no parameters, it will work. If you call add nums 1 with one parameter, it will give an error. If you call add nums with two parameters, it will also give an error because that is different. But let's try for the add nums 3. So the add nums 2. I'm calling it without any parameter. It says total is 0 because we have given the defaults. If I give one value, it will add the particular value to 0. So it will return 0. If you add two parameters, then that will give the value. So the third one that we have declared with the defaults. Default value declare. That is basically supporting 0 parameters or 1 parameters or even 2 parameters, but you cannot add 3 parameters. Remember that, cannot do for the 3 parameters. That will give an error because the maximum support will be 2 parameters. So this is the third one. That is the specialty. Now try this in your computer. 2 parameters and no parameters. This is optional parameters. So with the default values. Okay, this is where you are going to code. But in this case, you have to take a new file, right? File new.
Okay.
Go to file new. There file new. Here, file menu. File new. Okay. So whatever the code that we wrote here, you have to write there. So I'm copying and pasting to make it easy for you. But after this, you have to practice. Right here, you can go to the chat and copy paste this. Go to the Zoom chat, copy this, paste it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So can you show me then I can make sure we are following the correct thing. That's it. Zoom එකේ chat එකට යන්න. Chat. Copy that code in Zoom chat. Paste it. Okay, this Zoom chat එකේ එන්නේ මෙහෙම තමයි. හරි. But this is not the correct. Can you go to the first line? මේ මුලවටම යන්න. Just use your cursor. Shift එකත් එක select කරන්න එපා නිකන් යන්න. Arrow keys වලින්. Use the arrow keys. Arrow keys වලින් ඔතන නැහැ. නිකන් click කරලා මේකේ. You just click on that and press කරගෙන ඉන්න. Press on all the arrow keys will go to the beginning of this. So this is how ඒතර zoom වලින් copy කරාම මෙහෙම එන්නේ. තව යන්න අම්මෝ තව තියෙනවා. Now what you need to do is you have to press enter and now print එකේ p අකුර මුලට යන්න enter කරන්න. Print එකේ උතන නෙමෙයි. Print එකේ p අකුර මුල. යන්න enter කරන්න. ආයෙ backspace එකක් ගන්න. Backspace එකක් ගන්න. මකන්න උතෙන්ද? දැන් enter කරන්න. එන්නේ නැහැ ඒක. පොඩ ඉන්න. Can you give me the remote accept the remote control? අර gap එක තියෙන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් වැඩ කරන්නේ නැහැ. හරි ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතන ඉඳන් උඩට ගිහිල්ලා wait. You need to go up. Backspace press enter. මේ gap එක තියෙන්න ඕනේ. This gap is must. May indentation, this indentation is must. Right, then only it will work. Okay, then this is the next defining. Press enter there. Backspace. May alut function go to the x. Press enter and backspace to make a hurry indentation. Press enter. This automatic indentation is must. And why is this? The total is next. Print xy is next. Code organizing අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම මෙහෙම වෙන්න ඕන. Otherwise it will not work. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ indentation එක නැතත් error කියලා එනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ function එකට මේක අයිති කියන එක තමයි මේ space එකෙන් කියන්නේ. This space or indentation says this print belongs to this function. You need to practice. So watch the videos from the beginning, practice it. Okay, now you need to import the turtle library and do this. I'm going to do this and let's check this. How to save this? Go to file menu. File menu. Again. File. Then save as. Save as. Type any name, maybe example1, anything. EX1, EX2, EX3, anything. Okay, save it. Now go to run and run it. Then run run module. Run module. Okay, nothing will be there. You need to call the function. Then call current function add nums. Add add nums. Capital N, right? Simple capital matters. Add nums. Nums 1 don't add nums 1 now. Varahan dano. Varahan. Brackets need to be. Open and close the bracket. You can no parameter in run. Open and close the brackets. Oh, x සමානයි y නෙවෙයි නේද? Enter a number. Put a value there. Okay, backspace කරලා value එකක් ගන්න. 50, 30, 40, 30, anything. Any number. Okay, press enter. Any number again. Press enter and you can see the total. Add nums, පළවෙනි function එක call කරන්න add nums. This is the second function. The first function is add nums. Bracket open. Now you have to give, yes, that is what you have to give the parameters, comma, the other one. Comma, not the plus. Don't give plus. 22, comma, the next number, second parameter. Only one parameter, it won't work. If you, okay, press enter and see, it will give an error. Enter one parameter, it will give an error. You need to go give two parameters. Lazy I type කරන්න පුළුවන් අරකේ මුලට ගිහිල්ලා. Up arrow මේ බලන්න මම කරන විදිහ. Go there and press enter. Put comma there. Put another parameter, press enter, and you will be getting the total. Okay, understood? Add nums tree. Go to the IDL again. I want to teach you everything, then you have no doubt. You can proceed along, that's why. Add nums 2 is the next function. Add nums 2. You have to change it to add nums 2, right? That will work for 2 parameters, and that will work for 1 parameter even, because default values are there. That will work for 1 parameter, and that will even work for 0 parameters, because there are default values. It will calculate when we are not giving the values, it will calculate from the default values. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
So always do the practicals, right? Otherwise it's like cheating yourself. ඔයාට ඔක නොකර ඉන්න පුළුවන් දන්නේ නැහැ හරි මොකක් හරි කියලා කරේ නැහැ කියලා. හැබැයි මට නෙවෙයි පාඩු වෙන්නේ ඔයාට. ඒ හින්දා මගෙන් පස්සෙන් පන්න හරි අහගෙන කරන්න. Do the practicals, right? Next day onward, do the practicals. That is must. Others are doing, right? Okay, Kalhara, you can share the screen. Kalhara, you have done. You said that you have done. Can you share? Okay, draw 600. Okay. Right. Can you try another one? Draw a number of sides. 3 sides, 5 sides, anything. 3 sides, each with 50 length. Right. Okay, where's the third? What? Otana indidima call karan block close karan. You can call it again without closing. Now go to the running window.
Here. No.
No, running window. The other one.
Yeah.
You can again recall it. Draw DRA, DRW. 4 side this time. And 60. Side length 60. Press enter. Can you go and see the turtle? It should draw there itself. This is not running, means there must be error in your turtle. So have you come? Yeah.
Actually, I have tried it before, but it seems it working. I give up.
Yeah. Can you go to the code and see? Let's see what has happened. Yeah, total dot done. So that you need to actually read.
So again, done. Done කියලා දැම්මේ නැත්නම් process එක ඉවර වෙන්නේ නැද්ද? ඒ කියන්නේ I mean ඒක
No,
ඉවර.
actually turtle will be available for you to further drawing. That is the thing. And again, what you can do is you are using the class. That is one reason for this. You have to create an object. But anyway, so this is another reason why your code is not repeatedly running. Okay. So this is what you need to do. Import turtle. Turtle library import turtle. Because turtle is capable of drawing. Then you can say your function shape. So let's say you want to draw a shape. I'm not giving any parameter now. But this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new turtle. T equal. This is what you have not done. Turtle capital dot simple turtle dot capital turtle. This is actually how you create object from the turtle. You are using that object to draw. Okay, let's say for 3 sides, for k in range 3, for 3 sides, that is triangle, can say t dot forward. So you are using the fun මේ turtle කියන්නේ වෙන library එකක්. ඒකේ තියෙන functions වලට use කරන්න පුළුවන්. This will create turtle object. Then forward function will go forward. Let's say 100 and you need to turn left 120 degrees. And let's save this, run the code, and I'm calling the shape function. And this time empty shape function, and it will create the turtle object. You can see it's drawing a triangle. Okay, but only a triangle. Only a triangles. So if I try to call it again, it will again draw a triangle. That's all. But that is not what I want. I need this to be with the parameter. ඒ කියන්නේ මට sides ගන්න parameter එකක් වෙන්න ඕන sides. ඒ sides ගන්නනේ මෙතනට එන්නේ. I in range 3 කියන්නේ. දැනට 3 වෙන්නේ triangle. හැබැයි මම 4 දුන්නොත් 4 යන්න ඕන. Sides. Then how to calculate? So side එකක් 120 sorry side එකක් 3 නම් side 3ට යන්න 3 කියන්නේ 123 360යි. 360 is the total angle නේ රවුමම ගියොත් 360යි නේ මේ turtle එක රවුමක් කරපුණා. 360. එතන side 3යි නම් 360 divided by 3. This is external angle. Remember that. මේ බාහිර කෝණය හරි. අභ්‍යන්තර කෝණය 60යි කියලා මම දන්නවා. මේක 60යි. ඒක ඇත්ත. හැබැයි බාහිර කෝණය තමයි 120. එතන මෙතන 120යි. මෙතන 120යි. ඊළඟට මෙතන 120යි. හරි. ඔය 123 sorry මෙතන 120යි මෙතන 120යි. මෙතන 120යි. ඔය 123ම හැරුණම තමයි ඔතන 360ක් හැරෙන්නේ. ඒ හින්දා මෙතන sides 3යි නම් හැරෙන්න ඕන 120යි. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි මේකට සමීකරණයක් හැදුවොත් මෙතන හැරෙන්න ඕන ගාන 360 බෙදීම sides. So sides 4යි නම් හැරෙන්නේ 360 බෙදීම 4යි කියන්නේ 90යි. 4 sides 90 degrees. 5 sides නම් 360 by 5 72. බාහිර කෝණය හොයාගන්න ලේසි ඔය සමීකරණය හදාගන්න. Let's apply this now. I'm saving this, running the shape function, this time with one parameter, that is sides. Then mama කියනවා shape sides 3යි. That is a triangle. බලන්න ත්‍රිකෝණයක්. ඊළඟට මම කියනවා shape මට ඕන sides 4ක්. That is a square. You can see that. Shape I need this with a 5-side pentagon. Now 6-side hexagon. Now 7-side. Now 8 sides. Likewise, I can increase this one by one. Or any number, even 10 side, it will do. I can give any preferred number. The sides I can give. Next, if you want, yes, as that Kalhara done, you can automate the other part also. The forward vena pramane, that is the length. Let's say length. This length you can use here. By default, mandenna length is 100. Dunne naththam length 100 ganna. Dunne naththam sides 3 ganna. Etakota parameter නැතුවත් run වෙනවා මේක. Defaults are also given. Length is 100. But you can give the side length also. And also you can give the color also. If you want, you can increase the color. CLR කියලා දෙන්න color. දුන්නේ නැත්තම් මම කියන red ගන්න. නැත්නම් black. Blackness default. දුන්නේ නැත්තම් black ගන්න. එහෙම නැත්තම් color එක දෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. Okay, let's run this now with multiple parameters. දැන් මේක එක එක විදිහට run කරන්න පුළුවන්. Let me run this default. මම මුලින් නම් මේකත් close කරලා ගන්න. එතකොට ගොඩක්ම clear නේ. Let me run this by default with no parameters. Right? Shape. එතකොට ඇඳෙන්නේ ත්‍රිකෝණයක්. You know it. When I draw a shape, it will draw a triangle. Black color triangle. The reason is defaults I have not given. Default වලින් කියන triangle එක කළු පාටයි. හැබැයි මම කියනවා මෙහෙම shape මම දෙනවා red. දැන් එන්නේ මොකද්ද? What will happen? You can tell. Shape red. මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ? Kalhara, Adusha. Let me idea. Shape. Shape red කියලා දෙනවා. මට මොකද්ද හැදෙන shape එක? Yes, what is the shape? Come on, tell me. Huh? Default තමයි ඉතින් sides tree length 100. Red දුන්නොත් default triangle එකක් තමයි. හැබැයි එහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද මට parameter order එකට දෙන්න ඕනේ. එහෙම කැමතිව දෙන්න බෑ. parameter දෙනවා නම් පිළිවෙලට දෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒ හින්දා මතක තියාගන්න මේක විතරක් දෙන්න බෑ. This is not possible. I have to give like this. Shape ඕනනම් මම හතරක් දුන්නොත් අනිවාර්යෙන් ඒක වැඩ කරනවා. That is, you know, this. ඒතර හතරත් එක්ක මම side length එක වෙනස් කරොත් it will also work. දැම්මට ඕනනම් දෙන්න පුළුවන් color එකකුත් ඊළඟ එක. But it is not red color. The reason is I have not applied that here. I have to say t dot color equal t dot color red. Sorry, color CLR, which is the color given here. So then only this will work. Now let's try to draw a red color, and you can see it's red color. Now let's try green color pentagon. Oh, hexagon. 6 side, 100 and green. You can see. Now you can draw any symmetric shape this way. Okay, I need you to try this code quickly. So only thing you are like Kalhara, what is missing there is this part. You need to create this turtle object, then it will remain for your execution. Do not directly use the turtle library. You can create an object and use it for your purpose. Sorry. That is a function, right? Turtle is a function. You need brackets there. Method bracket opening, bracket close is needed. Line number 3. Line number 3. Bracket open, bracket close is needed. Since you are getting the length, you can apply, so again, you will get an error here. It's range 3 done, range sides gonna then, the sides done, range sides. 3 is only constant value, 3 them 3ක් විතරයි, ත්‍රිකෝණ විතරයි හැදෙන්නේ. Forward වෙන pixel ගන්නට length එක දාන්න. Otherwise it will only 100 pixels. But those are not errors. Those are not errors, but length ne? Those are not errors, but anyway, that will not be dynamic then. Can you run it again now? Just run it. Save, save, just save. No need to save as, just save it. No, replace it. That doesn't, okay, run module. Okay. Now say shape, you need 4 sides. Press enter. Okay, turtle not defined. That is, turtle is not a correct thing. Turtle, Turtle. There, Turtle. Put T එක දාන්න එතන. Simple T. Then run module. Save කරන්න අහන auto උතන. Run module. Yes, okay කරාම save වෙනවා. Again shape 4. ඔයාගේ එනවා ඇති window එකක් තමයි. එනවද? turtle window එකක් එනවද? අර එන්නේ ඔය ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන 4 වෙනි එක. ඒක නෙමෙයි ඊට එහා. 4 sides හරිනේ. That is drawing, right? The අනිත් ඒවාත් ඔයා දීලා බලන්න just 5 sides, change the shapes and all this. Okay, other thing you can try alone, I guess. Now you have done the programming. Okay, then I will stop from. So please practice this. Practice again and again. That is needed. Need to practice the spellings, words. You need to practice again. Let's discuss the remaining part next day. Then good night. See you all next day. Okay, good night.
Thank you, sir.